My name is Zeus, and I'm going to be your host today. As top god here, I can assure you that we gods are very, very powerful. But we've also got our share of quirks. Some of us have been known to be silly, angry, or even downright jealous of you humans.
Not me. No human could ever be as beautiful and popular as I am. And if anyone ever tried, they'd be in big trouble.
See what I mean? Now today, I'm going to tell you the story of a young woman named Psyche, who had the sad luck to be born more beautiful.
What?
Sorry, I meant almost as beautiful as Aphrodite here. It's a story with lots of twists and turns, so stick close with me. When Psyche was born, her parents couldn't believe what a cute baby she was. Later on, as she grew up, everyone admired Psyche's amazing beauty. Everyone, that is, except for her sisters.
What she got that I haven't got? Why should so many men have crushes on her? Clearly, I'm more sophisticated than others.
And what about me? I deserve to be in the shadow of our little sister either. What makes her think she's so great?
But Psyche didn't have a swell head from all the attention. When suitors came from all over Greece to ask her to marry them, she could hardly be bothered.
Do these guys always have to follow me wherever I go? I can't even go down to the well without being followed by 10 of them. I wish they'd go there. Look, a Pegasus!
Aphrodite couldn't have agreed more with Psyche's wish. She knew the men following her had forgotten about her and her need for worship.
If there's one thing I can't stand, it's a human who's competing with gods. Where's that son of mine? I'm right here, Mom. They may accent. Don't try finding me up. I've got a job for you. Shoot one of your little magic arrows at Psyche and make her fall into the tree, or a rock, or a skunk. That'll teach her a lesson.
Anything is saleable. I'll be back with 2 snakes and a pig's tail.
But when the winged archer flew to Psyche's home, he had a change of heart.
Wow, she's even prettier than... No, I'd better not say it. I can't make her fall in love with a skunk. We'll just put this arrow away and go home.
When Cupid went to put the arrow away, though, he accidentally jabbed his finger with the magic arrow's tip. He was never sure to fall in love with the first person he saw. That person was the beautiful human Psyche. It was his mother's worst nightmare, but he was never going to let her know. Instead, he set out to get help from his friend Apollo, the god of the sun and fortune-telling. It wasn't long before Psyche's big stream of marriage proposals dried up. Almost like magic, you might say.
Well, I guess there's some things in the world.
We've all married princes, but our darling little sister hasn't landed anyone. Too bad. I'm all broken up about it.
Psyche's parents now feared that the gods hated their youngest daughter for some reason. So they too went to the god Apollo for help.
Your daughter's fate is to have to go. She's destined to be the bride of monster of the winds who lives on top of the mountain. You want the gods to be happy because they can by inside of you.
It wasn't true. Cupid had told Apollo to say those things. But they didn't know that. With broken hearts, they took her to the mountainside. As night fell, Psyche fought hard to keep her guard, but the dark and cold were more than she could handle. A deep sleep fell over her, and a magical wind picked her up and carried her to a hidden valley. When Psyche woke up, she found herself sitting on the steps of a huge golden mansion.
Where am I? Hello? Anyone home? Could someone tell me whose house this is?
This This is your house, Psyche, and I am the husband the gods have chosen for you. I love you, Psyche.
You're the monster?
I'm actually pretty okay with it, and I'm not a monster.
Then come out and let me see you.
I want you to love me for who I am, not what I look like or what my family is. I'll come and visit at night when the house is dark. If you try to see me, all of this will be ruined, and we'll have to go our separate ways.
We gods can be a little shy around humans, which can happen to be a problem if you're married to one.
All right, husband, I have to trust what you say.
So the two lived quite happily in the new home. They talked all day, but Cupid didn't stop hiding himself until night had darkened the house. Everything was going along just fine, well, until Psyche began to miss her family.
Are you happy, sweet Psyche?
Yes, everything is quite lovely, but
Go on, tell me what's wrong, and I promise, I'll fix it.
I want to see my sisters again. Could they come visit me here?
No, don't ask too many questions.
But you already promised. Is your word meaningless?
All right, they can come, but don't tell them anything about me.
So it was arranged. Psyche was reunited with her sisters.
Psyche, we thought you might be dead by now. But look at you, living in this house. That husband of yours is one rich monster.
Tell all, Psyche. By the way, where is your husband? Does that monster mistreat you?
He is not a monster. He's a young prince, away visiting his father, the king, on important business.
Look at these jewels you have. What a collection.
Oh, my husband's been collecting jewels for many years. Right now he's on an expedition to buy even more.
I thought you said he was a young prince visiting his dad.
Well, he is, sort of. Collecting jewels is his hobby when he's not busy being a prince.
Psyche's sisters could tell she was making up lies. They insisted on the truth.
I don't know the truth exactly.
I know my husband is generous and kind, but I've never seen him.
You've never seen him?
I wish I could say that about my husband.
He won't show himself to me during the day. He says we shouldn't worry about appearances.
Listen, sister, who's to say you're married to a bloodthirsty monster? He you lie at any moment. You've got to find out who he is. Tonight, when he's asleep, you sneak over with him and
But make sure you have a dagger in your hand. That way you can protect yourself if he tries to attack you.
So that night, Psyche did as her older sister suggested. She snuck up to Cupid when he was asleep.
It's Cupid. I'm married to the god of love.
With trembling hands, she dropped the dagger, and a drop of hot lamp oil fell on Cupid's shoulder. That was some alarm clock.
So, you didn't listen to me. Well, now you see me. Goodbye.
No, wait, please.
In a flash, Psyche and the home were gone. She found herself sitting in an empty field, all alone, realizing what she has lost. She began to cry. Psyche wasn't the sort of person to sit around and feel sorry for herself. She searched high and low for Cupid and eventually learned that he had gone back to live at his mother's house. Psyche dreaded having to talk with the great goddess of beauty, but in the end, she went anyways.
Well, look who it is. Don't you think you've caused enough trouble already?
Please, goddess, tell me where I can find my husband.
I've got him locked up safe and sound so you can recover from that nasty burn you gave him. You're not good enough to be my son's bride anyways.
Please don't talk to me like that.
Are you willing to take a few tests to see if you deserve him?
Yes, yes.
Fine. Here's the first one.
Aphrodite picked up 3 huge bags, each filled with a different kind of grain, and threw them on the ground.
Now pick up each of the grains and put them back in the bag where it came from. And have all the grains picked up by sundown. Got it?
Oh no, I'll never get that done in time. I'll never get Cupid back.
Just then, a little ant heard of Psyche's cry.
Help this poor creature.
Little by little, grain by grain, the ants helped pick up the grains and put them in the right bag. Much to Psyche's joy and Aphrodite's disgust.
rose-colored cheek, I want you to collect some of their pure gold wool and bring it back to me. Just don't get too badly gored by their wicked horns while you're out there.
Psyche set out once toward the sheep's meadow, scissors in hand. She was about to give a little lamb a haircut when she heard a voice.
Don't try it, kid. Who said that?
Me, down here. Sticking out of the water right here by my foot.
A reed?
You know, tall grass, tall water. That's me.
Now a piece of grass is telling me what I should do. Those golden sheep will tear you apart in a second if you try to go near them. Then how am I supposed to get some of their wool?
They've been running through some bramble. When they're sleeping, run out to those thorn bushes and collect a bit of wool they're left hanging there. You'll get your wool without getting stuck.
Thanks for the tip. I'll be more careful about where I walk from now on.
When Psyche returned with the golden wool, Aphrodite was furious. Finally, she gave Psyche an empty box.
Here's your final task. Take this box down to the queen of the underworld and bring back some of her beauty.
Persephone, as you may know, is the queen of the underworld, the place where all the dead go. It's not a place for living people, that's for sure. Well, Psyche managed to get past all the fierce and terrible guards down there and into the court of the queen. She even convinced the queen to give up some of her beauty. Then the trouble started.
I wonder what Persephone's beauty secret is. Since these horrible tasks from Aphrodite, how do you know how to my skin?
She opened the box just a peep. Instantly, a foul, powerful wind rushed into her face, forcing her towards the underworld for good.
Help, help, I can't breathe!
Luckily, Cupid appeared just at that moment.
My mother knows how to lock the door, but she always forgets to lock the window. Psyche, I'm coming.
Cupid ran over to Psyche and revived her with his special godly powers.
What has my mother been making you do?
It's a long story.
When Cupid heard how Psyche had worked to win him back, his love for her grew even deeper. Just then, he took her to meet Zeus to ask for a special favor.
O king of the gods, please make my bride a god like the rest of us. I don't only want her to be my bride, but also my partner. She can help me with all the young lovers out there in the world.
So I said, so be it, and gave Psyche a golden cup full of nectar, our special drink here on Mount Olympus. She took one sip and instantly became a goddess. That night, Olympus thundered and shook as we danced the night away. Even Aphrodite, who had hardly objected to her son marrying another god, came and danced at the feast.